Today we have a reboxing video of The Oregon Trail by Pressman. Hi, I'm Kevin Baker and you're watching Shangri-La, my YouTube channel for tabletop board gaming, birding, and other educational videos. Please like and subscribe. This is not an unboxing video where I take it out of the cellophane. This is a reboxing video because this is an old game that I found at a thrift shop for a whopping $1. It says $1.95, but I actually got it for $1. Okay, so good deal. And so you go through the game, if you get at a thrift shop and count the cards, and oh no, I was missing one card. Figure close enough. And so I had to go through the cards and figure out what was missing. Okay, so before I do that, I'm gonna say this video is to announce that this game will be added to the FlamingoCon library, and our next board game convention will be January 25th, 2025 in downtown West Palm Beach, Florida. Please come out and join us for some board games. Now, I did play this a couple times and definitely lost. So I figured, why not take a deep dive into the game and see what it would take to actually beat it. And I actually did win once, so that is very lucky. So the question is, how do you actually win this game? So first thing to do is to analyze the game. And so you can't beat it unless you actually understand it. So I sorted out all of the calamity cards and read each one, and notice that there's exactly 2 of each calamity card. Well, except for bad water. In a normal game, there'd be 2 bad water cards, but in my version, that was the one card that was missing. The bad water card says, your oxen drink bad water. Flush away bad water with 1 clean water card. If 2 bad water cards are collected, then 2 oxen die. 1 round of play without an oxen card and everyone in your party has died. So I only have 1 bad water card. I decided to edit the cards, and now it says if 2 rounds with bad water, and then 2 oxen die. So basically it forces you to basically play 1 clean water in order to fix the bad water. Okay, so let's see other things. Well, since this was a thrift shop version, it didn't come with the dry erase marker, but oh well, that's fine. So in the game, you do get to have a slate where you write out all the party members' names, and then you write out their tombstone markers on the back once they're dead, and most of them will die. Still does come with a set of instructions, which is nice. Okay, so let's go on. Now, in the normal game, if you have 1 bad water and you cure that bad water with some clean water, this is the clean water, then there is no point in fixing a second bad water that arrives. So that is 1 tip to beating the game. So if you've already paid a clean water to fix this, don't pay and waste a second supply to fix another bad water because it can't hurt you. Okay, so now the same logic applies to cholera and measles. So cholera, you have cholera. 2 medicine cards can cure you. If any player draws another cholera card before you're cured, you have died of cholera. And measles says, lose 1 turn unless you or a trailmate plays 1 medicine card. If another measles card is drawn before you're cured, you have died of measles. So basically, once you cure 1 measles, don't waste a supply card curing the second one, because you may sit out a turn, but it's not going to kill you. Okay. Now, my least favorite game mechanic of all time is Just Take It, where you just die for no reason at all. And now there's 4 calamity cards that can just straight up kill you. 2 snake bites and 2 dysenteries. You draw these calamities and doesn't matter how many supplies you have, you just die. And that's very sad, but that's the game. It's brutal to take the Oregon Trail. And back when they were taking the Oregon Trail to get from Independence, Missouri to Wilmette Valley, Oregon. Okay, so then the next thing to do is to know which supplies to prioritize. Now, there are clothing cards. The most clothing you're going to need is 2 for the 2 different extreme cold cards. So that is not very many. Then the most food that you're going to need is 2 to avoid starvation. So there's 2 chances to go hungry. Now, you will also put that there and that there. You also have a chance with 3. You need as much as 3 clean water cards for the bad water, which can cause you to need clean water, and also the typhoid. So typhoid can also require water. So but you only need a maximum of 3 of those. So 3 is the most oxen that you'll need. There are only 3 available. So that's for inadequate grass, can cause the need for oxen, and just straight up dead oxen. But you may need as many as 6 spare parts, because there are 6 calamities: 2 broken wheels, 2 broken axles, and 2 broken tongues. And you can get lucky and roll a 4, 5, or 6 and not need any supplies. But if you don't get lucky, you may need as many as 6 spare parts in order to avoid having everyone in the party die. Okay, so the next tip, any 2 supply cards can be traded for 1 that is needed. But if it'll take 3 or more supply cards to cure a party member's typhoid, it may make sense just to let them die and save the supplies. Now, lastly, if you have a choice, the order in which you play the trail cards does matter. Your first choice with trail cards is to play one of the 2 fort cards or one of the 2 town cards, because between those 4 cards you can collect as many as 6 supplies and there's no risk of dying. Your next possible choice, there are trail cards that have no writing on them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 8 trail cards. So these are clean, safe trails where you also will not die. So that's your second best choice. And then there are 25 calamity trails. So these say, press the space bar and draw a calamity card. So then you'll have to deal with calamities. And there are 17 river cards where you have to roll an even number to ford the river. If you roll an odd number, you lose 1 supply. And there are 3 rivers to ford, where you roll an even number to get across. If you roll a 1, you die instantly. If you roll a 3 or a 5, the next person has a chance to either get the party across or die instantly. So on the theory that it's better to not die instantly, then I chose to first play the ones where you're risking supplies, and then chose the ones to deal with calamities, and lastly chose the ones where you might roll a 1 and just die by drowning in the river. Which, there's the die that has old computer, low graphic quality numbers on them. And now the last possible hint and trick to winning this game, there's the key to the whole game. You listening closely? Just get lucky. Because if you don't get lucky and have the right supplies and roll a lot of even numbers, you just die. So it's a question, get as far as you can and be proud that you made it a good portion of the way from Missouri to Oregon. Well, that is the Oregon Trail, the card game, the reboxing thrift shop version that's going to be available in the FlamingoCon library. Come out to FlamingoCon and play some games with us. Have a great day. Be well.